So, Kevin, break it down for us, the bottom line, what the CBO said.
Well, the CBO found that the bill, which after some amendments that were adopted to get it over the finish line, will actually cost a little bit more than the previous version. So there's less deficit savings, only about $119 billion over 10 years. About 23 million Americans will lose insurance within a decade. That's about 1 million fewer than under a previous version. But overall, what it really found was that a series of provisions that were added to try to just get some of those holdouts on both among the conservative Republicans and a few moderates on board, provisions that were aimed at, introducing some new flexibility into the insurance market would actually do a fair amount to destabilize it, would really cause some premiums to go up a lot for sick Americans, for older Americans, and potentially price some people out of health care entirely.
Right, and it seems like there were some improvements, but still some big questions on what the Senate's going to do, because they're making their own version of this. So do you think they're going to revise this current legislation from the House or just flat out ignore it?
Well, I do think that some of these changes and some of the way the CBO found those changes are likely to play out make it that much harder for senators who now have to figure out how to explain and potentially fix things. So it might well mean that they have to sort of change even more or spur them to sort of start over a bit more completely than they were intending. They've been meeting behind closed doors, but this bill still hasn't actually been sent over to the Senate. The CBO score helps, but it still doesn't entirely clear the way. There are a few things that might still need to be ironed out before it makes its way over to the Senate, where they are still trying to figure out exactly how to craft something that can actually attract 50 votes among Republicans. It's not going to be an easy task at all, and is likely to take quite a long time.